Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. Here we are again, back to the emulators. The reason I'm showing you this, it's because maybe you guys want to go back to some of these old games, especially from PlayStation 2. A lot of people have been asking me about the PlayStation 2 and what should I do, which type of emulator should I download. Well, here's the deal. You want to make sure that you download a this emulator right here from PCSX2. And this is the version right here, PCSX2 1.4.0. You can go to pcx2.net. I suggest that you go to also a forums. Go to MU Paradise. That's where you find all your ROM, in this case CD, DVD games, ISO games that you can download for PlayStation 2. And on forums, you'll be able to find out the BIOS, PlayStation 2 BIOS. It's very important that you understand one important thing. When you are downloading these emulators, especially for PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, you have to have a proper BIOS system installed in there, okay? Some of them come included, some of them they don't. For PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1, you have to download these BIOS. You have to search for them. Be patient. Also be careful. There's all kinds of garbage out there, malware. So you want to make sure that you get the proper BIOS. All right, so let me show you which BIOS you have to search for PlayStation 2 in order for you to activate this PCSX2. So this is the one you have to look forward to. Search PS2 BIOS 3004R V6 PAL bin. This is the one you have to search for. Okay, and once you find this BIOS for PlayStation 2, then you download it. Okay, and when you download it, all you have to do simply is go to this plugin BIOS selector and select that BIOS that you downloaded, okay? And then you're good to go. All right, just make sure that you search for that BIOS, the one that I just showed you. Search for it, and it'll show up. But be careful, because there are different tricky website out there trying to lure you into something else, all right? Just make sure that you don't accept any extensions, and the download will go. If there's some attached extension, just don't highlight the extension. Avoid the extension, and just it will automatically download to your downloads. And that's it, pretty much. You're all set. Now, another cool thing about this PCSX2 emulator is you can choose 1920 by 1080. Okay, I did put 1061, so we'll correct that. 1080. And you can also utilize the graphical power of your computer. So for example, I'm going to show you with Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty that I already have installed here. You can utilize a more graphical enhancements. For example, you can utilize anti-strafing filtering. You can also utilize a much smoother anti-aliasing. So there are certain things that you can utilize, but please keep in mind that utilizing these enhancements can also decrease the performance of a game. All right, depending on what type of PC you have. So keep that in mind. Same thing here. I'm going to leave it at 1080. We're going to apply it. And then we're going to go ahead. We're going to start. If you want to start the game, you just simply click on CD DVD, because that's what they were using back then, CD DVD. When you click on CD DVD, you click on ISO selector. You see, I already have Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty on there, so I'm going to click on it, and the Metal Gear Solid 2 will start with the PlayStation 2 logo, and here we go. You can also configure your controller, or you can use your PlayStation controller if you like, DualShock connected to the PC, or you can use a Xbox One controller, but I suggest using a PlayStation 2 controller. All right, you can configure your controller any which way you like. There's a configuration here just to let you know for your controller. So when you go in here, you can set up your plugins for your controller. Okay, you put plugin settings, and then you can, right now I'm using a keyboard, but you can have Xbox 360 controller if you want, which I'm gonna use right now. All right, so here's my controller right here, which I'm gonna use, and with my Alienware 17. So let's look at the configuration for a controller. And you can see I already have my Xbox 360 controller inputted in there already, so I'm all good. Here you can map button your controller any which way you want. I'm using a Xbox One controller, and I left it as it is so that way I can memorize it. But you can change it if you want. Okay, you can select these controllers any which way you like. It doesn't have to be this way, just I have it set up this way. So there you go. Now let's go start the game. Now to start the game, you simply have to click CD DVD, because that's what they were using, DVD-ROMs, ISOs. Then you select ISO selector, and then you click on Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. Now, in case you guys are wondering, well, where do you download the games? Here, let me show you. You download the games right here from MU Paradise. They're right here. You just simply select on the ROMs, ISOs, and you click console, and there they are. You click on PlayStation 2 ISOs, and they're all going to show up here. Okay, all of the PlayStation 2 games will be here. All right. So that's where you download the games from the MU Paradise. All right, so let me boot up the game. Let me show you. So very simple right here. You click on CD DVD. You select ISO right here. That's on the top. So you click CD DVD, select ISO selector, and then there it is right here. I already have it pinned right here. Make sure you put it on a folder that you know where your games are. I would keep games on a separate folder on a D drive, so that way you don't want to put everything on a C drive, because these games, the 3 gigabytes, 4 gigabytes, remember PlayStation 2 games took a little bit more storage space. So click on Metal Gear Solid 2, and you're going to be presented with PlayStation 2 logo, and the game's going to load, as you will see in a moment. So there it is, Konami right there. And this is running in 1080p on my 17-inch screen laptop. Of course, I can connect this to my monitor. I can also connect this to my television, Sony television X900E, which I will probably do so. But as you can see, it works.
Colonel, how's this possible? I'm on a PC, Colonel.
This intro was so cool, man. By the way, the composer, it's Harry Gregson Williams. He worked with Hans Zimmer Him and Hans Zimmer are pretty much, you know, top of the line composers right now. There it is, Harry Gregson Williams. I remember when this game first came out in 2001 on PlayStation 2. There was a demo that was packaged with Zone of the Enders, and I got that demo. And ever since that demo, I was hooked. Raiden, I remember Raiden too. I wasn't a fan of Raiden, but I understood why he put him there, you know. Alright, there's Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, running on 1080p. So we're going to use our Xbox One controller, we're going to click Start. We're going to start the new game. As you can see, there's my controller right here. Hold on. Here we go. We'll go with normal. Type 2, yes. Hudson River. There we go.
The Hudson River, 2 years ago. We had classified intelligence that a new type of Metal Gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses had been out in the cold too long.
This looks pretty good on this monitor, but believe me, it's going to look much better on a 4K television. On my Sony X900E, I'm going to connect this, and you guys will see that this looks fantastic. The purpose of this video is for me to show you that you can use this PlayStation 2 emulator, and you can play these PlayStation 2 games on it. But I will check this out on Sony X900E to see how well it looks. I do notice that there's barely any jagged edges, and it's rendered really nicely here. By the way, there is a vibration on the controller. I did notice that the vibration works. So you are getting a force feedback on the Xbox controller, on the Xbox One controller. As you can see, it's vibrating.
He's right on the sketch. He will know soon enough. This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Runs
I'm at the
smooth,
same point.
Everything going
no
okay?
issues. So
Stealth camo's busted. Landing impact.
We must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this gadget
even the
anyway.
sound looks. I
Private
mean,
sector's not
even
so
the
bad.
sound sounds pretty good.
Privacy guaranteed.
The game overall looks really good on 1080p. This is being upscaled. I mean, not being upscaled. This is
And I
being
can't say I miss
actually
the chattering nanny.
Mailing's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch
compressed
with her
to
again about that
1080p
meeting
from the
with
original
Marshall.
source.
Diverting
I'm not
talks
sure what the
PSSC
original source was of this
Give her a message
video,
to me.
but
Someone
either
will
way,
find out.
it's
Sooner or
being
later.
compressed
She's
to
better off assuming
1080p,
sooner and quit
scaled
what she
to
said.
1080p,
Too
better
true.
yet.
Okay, Snake,
And
let's get to
it
work.
looks pretty good.
You know how the technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
All Ocelot's doing.
Exactly. And now every state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been designed to wipe the floor with all the other models. The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious, anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
That explains why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
The mission objective is to make visual confirmation of the new Metal Gear being transported.
And it
by
looks
that
very
type
sharp, I
and
have to
back
say.
photographic
Hold on.
evidence. But I
It
want you
definitely
first to
looks
go up
very
to the top
sharp
level of the
looking at the
infrastructure.
monitor right now on my
We need to find
laptop.
out where the tank
I
is.
do notice that the jagged edged lines are
There's too much we don't
reduced,
know about this new
and
prototype. Capabilities, deployment method. We don't even know how close it is to completion.
it looks very sharp. It looks very good.
I can start to draw
Now I'm gonna have to do a
All right. I'll head to the
live
bridge
stream of this
ASAP.
game pretty soon.
Try to avoid confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting.
The only reason I'm showing you this is for those of you who have nostalgia and don't want to go ahead and buy the console and spend money on collecting all these games. All you need is a PC, man. On a PC, there's emulators for everything. For every console that has existed since 1982, from Atari 2600 all the way to today. So you're gonna be able to find every emulator for every console on PC.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an
This is 60 FPS, man. This looks very good, man.
The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs,
Now,
chest,
is
or head.
having a GeForce GTX 1070 gonna help?
What's wrong with
Absolutely. You know, when you have a very powerful graphics card dedicated on this laptop, it's definitely gonna help the performance here for sure.
Works almost the same way as your old one.
They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please. I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from Riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. Russians?
You sure?
No Marine barber touched that head pair. I'm transmitting a photo. Let's get an ID on him ASAP. Looks like the tanker's theirs.
Alright guys, so there you have it. You've seen the video. Go ahead, follow these steps, and you too can enjoy playing this on your PC. Metal Gear Solid 2 and all of your existing PlayStation 2 library games. Alright, so
we need to get a fix
there you
on
have
who
it
they
guys.
are.
Thank you for watching. Take care. Have a good one though.
This is Snake,
Not necessarily.
signing out.
It could be